Okay, so it is that time of year again. Usborne has released new titles, and I would like to share some of them with you. To begin with, they have an Usborne Very First series. This is the 1, 2, 3. They also have an ABC. You can see the illustrations here are big, very simple, just to catch little ones' eyes. The pages themselves are very sturdy as well. I don't know if you can see how thick they are. But you don't have to worry about these getting ripped or torn. These are great to give as gifts, to put in a diaper bag, the back seat of a car. And then, of course, it goes through the numbers again. Very simple, very basic, and for the youngest, it is perfect. Usborne has a number of 1001 things to spot. This one's in the sea. They have rainforest animals. They have farm. So this is one, if you're familiar with, where you have a certain amount that you're trying to find inside. Usborne has come out with, now, for the littles, very first book of things to spot. This is perfect for the littles. As you can see, big, bold illustrations again, and very simple text that I love. For instance, spot 3 baby penguins. So they're looking for specifics. It still has the cutout feature as well, so it shows what's happening on the other page. This is great for them to look at by themselves, or if you have older siblings, for them to sit down and help the younger siblings look through. I love that feature. With 4 little ones at home, I love it when an older can sit down with a younger and help them just look through something and help with the reading. Usborne, if you're familiar with these first 1,000 words, this is one in English. They also have some in Latin, and they've come out with some new ones, Hebrew, Polish. There's also French and Spanish, so a number of these. And just so you can get an idea of what it is, you can still use it as an I Spy book, looking through as well. But because this is illustrated by Stephen Cartwright, you will also be looking for a little yellow duck on every page. That's one of his kind of the special things about a Stephen Cartwright book. They also, Usborne is very good with having textures for little ones. That's Not My is a series. They have a new one, That's Not My Owl, that has just been released. I don't have it in my possession yet, but they still focus on the different textures, which are great for little kids. The sensory detail is perfect for them. They can start learning new words, adjectives, and there's also always a tiny, cute little mouse to find on each page. And something that keeps them occupied, and pretty soon they can commit these to memory because the text is so simple, where they can start feeling like they're big kids and learning on their own. Usborne has a My Wild Animal World. They also have Farm World. This comes with 9 little books. It has a magnetic closure, so it keeps them all in one place, which is great. These can be used as a matching. You can stack them up. My little one likes to stack them, make towers, or he likes to put them all together in a row and call it his train. This has the name of the animal. It has where they live, what they're called, what they eat, and then the sound they make. So they have these for wild animal and for farm animals as well. A fantastic kind of little books too, chunky books for them to hold on to, nice, thick, sturdy, great to give as a gift as well. Usborne has some Peek Inside books, animal homes. They've just come out with Peek Inside farms, and they have a Peek Inside garden. So you can see the cutouts again are used. They have the Lift the Flap, which reveals, and then tiny little tidbits of information, as you can see. Little ones love the flaps. The flaps are sturdy too. They are part of the page. They're not just glued on top, so that makes them extra sturdy. And just for your reference, they also have what Usborne has that I appreciate and love is the 50% policy. So if something happens to a book, you can always exchange it for 50% off the cover price. Lifetime guarantee. So they have the Peek Inside, which is a younger version because Look Inside is the next one up. You can see this. Same thing with the small little tidbits of information. But as you can see, the information is growing. There's a little bit more that is given. One of my favorite folds out on this one is the Watery World. This comes down, look at that. And then inside you can see more flaps. And the amount of information they learn just from these tiny little segments here is amazing. So there's the look inside, and then for the older audience, they have a see inside. So this one is Inside My Body. Okay, and they've come out with a couple new titles as well in there. If you do not like flaps, they make you nervous, this is a new one. My Very First, again. However, it has the same thing as far as the small little bits of information, but there's no flaps. So you're still getting tiny little bits here and there that you can read. Olders can read to youngers again, like I mentioned before, or they can just look at pictures. But you don't have to worry about the flaps possibly being torn off if it makes you nervous. But again, the thick, sturdy pages as well. All right, moving on. Usborne has a number of phonics readers. This is the newest one that they have released, Llamas in Pajamas. Again, same idea. They're trying to make reading very simple. Rhyming words help a lot. And this is the new one in the series. So here in California, if you go to the zoo, you know what a llama is. If not, well, then go to the zoo. All right. Usborne has a number of sticker books. And these are fantastic for little hands. They have information in there as well. So once the stickers are used up, you are still getting information that you can read and look through. This is the Dolly series. They have them for boys as well. But after they've been dressed, they have information here. New titles that Usborne has come out with, 1,000 fantastic stickers. So for the younger kiddos, or even the olders who don't necessarily want to dress the characters up in certain clothes, you actually just have a scene here that presents itself, and you can decorate it as you would like. So this could keep a child occupied for hours. Great for the car, great to give as a gift, airplane ride. And you can choose, these are all the stickers that you can choose to add on to the pages there. So that gives them a little bit more variety. If you like having more of the nonfiction, so they're still learning as they're putting stickers on, this is a new one, Picture Atlas of the World. So these are the stickers that go on, and each area, it's been specified. So this is specifically South America. And stickers will go on in the certain areas. They have Western Asia. So they've broken them down into, I think, more feasible areas for the children to understand just how big the world really is. And the variety that we have. We're very somewhat sheltered with our lives here in America, so this is kind of great for them to see other things that are out there, how other people live, other animals that are there, food that's featured as well. And then they also have, for those younger ones, ballet. This is a new one as well. Sorry, I keep opening up to the empty pages here. So they have some where you will actually stick them straight on to the dolly, or the, I guess you would call it the dolly, the figure that's inside. For instance, this page here. So you will have to do some matching, and then they have some create your own scenes. There's a beautiful one in here where you can actually, I can't find it at the moment, but you can create your own scene, and then same thing as well. There's still some learning where you stick them in the right spots. So this is one of the newer titles. So that's if you want to keep kiddos busy. Some of the kiddos as well maybe don't like stickers, and they're more into pocketbooks. Books they can bring around if you take nature walks, or even if you're going to the zoo. This one is mammals. They also have one at reptiles. It gives a great picture. It gives some information as well, just a tidbit of information. And they have one, I think I said in reptiles, and for $5, this is a wonderful book to have on hand. And you can kind of use it for lesson planning. You can understand and identify certain members in the animal kingdom. Along the lines of school age, they have the Muddle and Match, where this focuses completely on alliteration. So there are 3 segments here, if you can see that. You've got these here, where you can mix and match and focus on that fun alliteration for the little ones. As we're going on into chapter books, we have some Billy B. There's some new ones, mystery books, which are great. Great chapter books for the little ones. The text is easy. A little bit older, probably 2nd grade or so, you've got the Anna Hibiscus. And then for the older kiddos, you have the Mythical 9. And this is a new one, Luke Challenger series. These are for the older kiddos. But this is one of 3. Those are great reads and kind of historical fiction, which is fun to read as well. Another thing that Usborne is very good at is the illustrated. They have some new illustrated fairy tales. This one's a Shakespeare one. And then for those who are not into illustrated, they like more nonfiction, we have Special Forces, there's also Survival, and they have the Discovery, which is really fascinating. Where again, nonfiction, and there are, you can look online, there are internet links throughout that are safe to go research. And last but not least, for some of the olders and for those who are into the nonfiction as well, this is one of them as well, a famous artist. Beautiful pictures in here that you can see. It gives the explanation. It tells which artist designed these and gives some more information about that as well. So those are some of the newer titles that we have. There are more that will be released again, but just wanted to give you a little insight into some of the new ones we have. So thanks for watching.